Hello everyone. Today we'll be going through IGCSE Mathematics Paper 3 Core 058033 October November 2020. 2 hours paper. Let us move to the question number 1. Question 1 A part says a cruise ship travels 2067 kilometers. Write this in words. So we have to write 2000 and 67. Write 2067 correct to nearest 100. So this will be 2000 closer to 2100. So we will write 2100. B part, when full, the cruise ship carries 880 guests and 360 crew members. So write the ratio guests to crew in simplified form. So guest to crew ratio is 880 and ratio 360, and we can divide it by 10. So this will be 88 is to 36, and then we can divide by 4. So 4 nines are 36 and 4 twos are 88. So this will be 22 ratio 9. This will be the simplest ratio which cannot be further simplified. Then C part, there are 480 cabins on the ship. On the cruise, 465 of these cabins are used. So find the percentage of cabins that are used. 456 are used out of 480, and for the percentage we are multiplying by 100, and we can calculate this percentage. 456 and divided by 480, and this will be multiplied by 100, and this will be equal to 95%. So our answer will be 95% over here. Then last year the cost of cruise was 4600, and this year cost is 4784, and we have to work out the percentage increase. For that one, first we'll calculate the increase. So increase will be 4784 minus 4600, and this increment we can calculate 4784 minus 4600, and this is equal to $184. So increment is 184. Now we can calculate percentage increase, and to calculate percentage increase we will be checking 184 is the increment against $4600, and this will be multiplied by 100 to calculate the percentage, and we can write 184 over 4600, and this should be multiplied by 100 to get the percentage, and this is 4%. So our answer will be 4%. Symbol is already there, and it's 2-mark question. Hopefully you understood this. Then the cost of building the ship was this much, and write this number in standard form. Standard form, you know, is decimal we are placing after first non-zero number. So from here we have to shift the decimal after 1, in between 1 and a 5. So 3 plus 3 plus 2, so 8 jumps we will be taking. So 1.53 into 10 raised to the power 8. This will be our answer. 1.53 into 10 raised to the power 8. This will be our final answer. Jumps are to the left, so it will be positive. If jump jumps are to the right, then it will be negative. Hopefully you understood this. Then F part, there are 480 cabins on the ship. There are 4 types of cabin: ocean view, balcony, interior, and suite. Hana starts to draw a pie chart to show the numbers of each type of cabin. So they have shown this ocean view and balcony they have shown, and this is 90 degree and this is 141 degree. If we have according to the question, they're saying show that there are 120 ocean view cabins on the ship. To show this one, we can write here, basically I'll have to change that. Okay, so 90 degrees is out of 360. So total angle from this to this is 360. Circle angle, circle is having angle of 360. So 90 out of 360 and multiply by 480, this 480 cabins. So this will be equal to, we can calculate this. So 90 divided by 360 and this will be multiplied by 480 is equal to 120. So this is how we can show this is equal to 120. This is working for this one, and we can copy this working over here also. 90 divided by 360 into 480 is equal to 120. And this is basically 1 mark question which we have done. Then the table shows information about each type of cabin. Each type of cabin they are showing, and for this one what we have to do, if we go through this table, ocean is 120, 90 degree, balcony is 192 and 144. In for interior and suite they have given the number of cabins, but missing is the angle of the pie chart which we have to calculate. For angle, this one, what we can do, we can calculate angle. How we can calculate this angle? We will be taking for interior. For interior, it will be 68 divided by total number, which is 480, multiply by 360 is the angle. So this is how we can calculate the angle, and with the help of calculator, 68 over 480 will be multiplied by 360, and this will be equal to 51 degrees. So this will be 51 degrees. And similarly for suit, we can write 100 over 480, and this will be multiplied by 360, and this will be equal to 100 divided by 480 multiply by 360 is equal to 75. So this will be 75 degrees. Hopefully you understood this question. Now we can move to the next, which is complete the pie chart. So 51 degrees and 75 degrees we have to draw over here. So if I draw 51 degree will be over here. So we can draw with the help of scale. We can join this one, and I will change color so that you can understand properly. So this angle is 51 degrees, and this remaining angle will be how much we have calculated? 75. So 75 degrees is this one, this is 90 degree, and this is already given 144. So this should add up to 360 degree. So this one next is complete the pie chart which we have done. And question number 2, use the numbers from 55 to 58. These numbers we have to use for this complete question, and the first part is a multiple of 23. multiple of 23 in between 55 and 85 we have to check, and multiple of 23 multiplied by 3 will be 9 and 6, so 69 is in between this one, so we can write answer as 69. Then a factor of 120, factor of 120, it should be in between 55 and 85, so factor is 60, which is in between 55 and 85, so we can write here 60. One mark question, no working is required. A common multiple of 8 and 12, so 8 and 12 are having multiples like 72 is divisible both by 8, 72 is divisible by both 8 and 12, so this will be the common multiple of 8 and 12, which is again in between 55 and 85, so our answer will be 72 over here. Then next comes a number that is both square and odd. Square and odd number we have to right. Square and odd number is basically square number and odd number in between 55 and 85, so 81 is square and square number also and odd number also, so we can right answer as 81, which is both square number and odd number, and it should be in between this as well, 55 and 85, so we'll have to be careful about this. Then a number that has exactly two factors, so number which is having uh, two factors can be written as uh, two factors mean prime numbers, you can say. So two factors are like, for example, 59 is having two factors, 61 and 67, 71, all these numbers are having two factors, and 83 like this one. And we can mention a number mean one number, so any one, so I will write 59. I have written this for your explanation, so 59 will also be sufficient, or any one of them will be sufficient. So write 220 as the product of prime numbers, so prime numbers of 220 we can write this is 220, and prime factorization I will be applying, and this will be 110. Then 2 divided by 110 divided by 2 will be how much? This will be 5 and 5 55. Then we can divide it by 5 and 11, so we can write it as 220 is equal to 2 into 2 into 5 into 11, so 2 multiplied by 2 into 5 into 11, this will be prime factorization. This is very easy question, 2 marks. And now question number 3, complete the table of values for y is equal to 1 plus 5x minus x square. Now how I'll be doing with the calculator. I'll be solving this question by the help of calculator, because in some time we are given with a very complicated or a difficult equation, so better to use calculator. And 1 plus 5x, this is how I'll be writing, minus x square, so this one. So I have copied this equation in this calculator, and now we can use this calculator button. Calculate for minus 1, and this will be equal to minus 5, so I will write here minus 5. Then for 2 I will be calculating, and I will press calculate for 2, and this will be giving us answer as 7. So this is our answer. The next number is 4, so calculate for 4, calculate for x is equal to 4, and this is giving us 5, so our number for here is 5. So table we have completed. which is 2 mark, and you have seen how easily by the help of calculator we have completed the table. Now we have to complete this, draw the graph, basically B part, and the values will be taking this table of values -1 and -1 and -1 and -5. Yes, so -1 and -5 will be this point. Then next 0 and 1, 0 and 1 will be this mark, and then comes to 2 and 7, sorry, 1 and 5. 1 and 5 will be, this mark is 1 and 5, and next is 2 and 7, 2 and 7 a little above over here. This is 2 and 7, and after that it is 3 and 7. So for 3 and 7 we can mark exactly over here. Then comes 4 and 5. 4 and 5 is this one, and 5 and 1. So 5 and 1 will be this point. After marking all these points, now we have to draw a smoother curve. And for smoother freehand curve, we have to basically draw this line, and if we will try to draw a smoother line like this one, and we will extend this line like this, and hopefully this is smoother line over here, and in between this one we can take another point over here, 2.5, and we use calculator to calculate for 2.5, and this will give us 7.25. so it will be a little above 7.25. 7.25 will be like over here. So we can take this additional point, and now this additional point will help us to draw this turning point, this one. So now we got idea that how this curve is bending or curving, and now we can complete this curve like this one, almost smoother. It's not exactly smoother, but almost smoother line we have drawn. And after drawing this one, you will have to practice for this to draw smoother and smoother. On the grid, draw line is equal to line y is equal to 3. This line we have to draw, y is equal to 3 line. Y is equal to 3 line is where? So we can draw this line, y is equal to 3 line, and the points of intersection, use your line to solve the equation. This is so y is equal to 3 line, we will be checking the points of this one interception, and one point of interception will be this one, and the second will be this one. So we can check from here, we can check the reference. This will be reference will be like this point of reference, and from this side also we can check this reference point, and this will be 4.6 will be on this side. 4.6, we can check this point is 4.6, and from here this will be 0.6. if you check this point is 0.6, and these two solutions we can mention over here, and our solution will be 0.6, and the other side was 4.6. so 4.6, these are the two solutions of 2 marks. Then question number 4, the diagram shows the uh, plane of part of Rachel's garden, and we have to keep in mind that this is not to scale, and we have to uh, calculate the area. So the question is calculate the area. To calculate the area, we can split this into two portions like this one, and now we can calculate the what do you call the area of these two separate shapes. So this one area of this shape we can calculate as 10.9 multiplied by 8.5. So we can write here 10.9 multiplied by 8.5. This will be area, which is equal to 10.5 multiplied by 10.9 10.9 multiplied by 8.5, and this is equal to 92.65. So 92.65 centimeter square basically. So meter square, and now we can calculate area of this drawing, and area of this one will be what? This will be 3.2 and multiply by this one 14.6 minus 8.5. So I will write from here 3.2 and multiply by 14.6 minus 8.5, because we need only this much length. So this length is 14.6 minus 8.45. That's why we have written this, and we can calculate this, and this will be 3.2 multiplication 14.6 minus 8.5, and this will be equal to 19.52 meters square. So we got two areas. One is this one and the second is this one, and we have to total area of the diagram. So area will be equal to 19.52 plus 92.65, and this will be equal to 19.52 is already written, so plus 92.65, and this will be equal to 112.17 meters square. This will be the final area which we can mention over the given place, proper place, and this was 3-mark question which we have properly done. Then Rachel has a pond in her garden in the shape of circle. The circumference of the pond is 4.25 meters, and we have to calculate the diameter of the pond. Answer should be in centimeters. So circumference we know is equal to 2 pi r. 2 pi r is equal to 4.25, which is given, but this is in meters, so we can multiply by 100 to convert into centimeters. So we can write here centimeters. Now r value, we can calculate. R value will be equal to 4.25 multiply by 100 and divided by 2 pi, which we have shifted to the other side, and we can calculate this. This will be 4.25 multiplied by 100 and divided by 2, and this is pi, and this is equal to 67.64. I'll keep the numbers on the calculator. So 67.64, and now this is basically the radius, but we require diameter, so diameter will be equal to 2 times radius. So this will be 2 into 67.64, and this will be we will be multiplying this whole calculator number by 2, and this will be equal to 135.28, 135.28, which is approximately equal to 135 centimeters. So we will write here 135. This is also 3 marks. A very easy question. Hopefully you understood this. A plot pot is cylinder with radius 15 centimeter and height is 24 centimeter. So if we try to understand this question, this is like the cylinder rough drawing. I'm trying to draw a rough drawing of the cylinder, and this cylinder height of the cylinder is 24, whereas radius is this much and radius is 15. So we know the volume. We have to calculate the volume basically. So volume of the cylinder is equal to pi r square, which is face area. This one, face area, multiply by h. So this will be equal to pi, and r is given, which is 15, pi r square multiply by h, which is 24, and we can calculate this as pi, this one, pi, and multiply by 15 square and multiply by 24 is equal to 16,964, 16,964.6, and which we can write as 17,000. Rounded answer will be 17,000 centimeter cube. Volume is always in cubes. And this is diagram. D part diagram shows two mathematically similar shape plant pots. Diagram is not to scale. Height is this one, and so dimensions are given. We can check the K, which is ratio between these measurements, which is 33 divided by 27. This will be the K value, which is equal to, we can divide by 3. 3 11s are 33, 3 9s are 27, so 11 by 9 is K value. We will multiply this by, so height will be equal to 21.6 will be multiplied by 11 by 9, and it will give us the answer, and it will be 21.6 multiplied by 11 over 9, and this will be equal to 26.4, and 26.4 will be in centimeters, so we can write here 26.4 centimeters. Hopefully you understood this question. Then a shop sell bags of composed in 3 different sizes. They have provided those sizes: small, medium and large, and these are the details for that one, and we have to work out the best value or best buy. We have to calculate. So how we will be doing this question? This is also very interesting and easy question. For this question, what we will be doing, we will be dividing this amount like 5.8. We have to basically compare these. So 5.82 divided by this one, which 30 liters, which we'll be getting, and this one, and similarly we can divide 9.45 by 50 liters and 75 actually 14.50 by 75, and we can check the values for this one, and this will be 5.82 and divided by 30. This is giving us 0.194, 0.194, and in the second situation we'll be getting 9.45 is divided by 50 liters, and this is equal to 0.189. And if we check the third one is 14.50 is divided by 75, and it will give us 0.1933. So 0.1933, this one. Now we will be checking, this is basically which one is cheaper if we have to compare these three values. And if we check, this is the cheapest one. So 0.189, which is for the medium. So this, after this comparison, we will write here answer medium. Keep in mind 3 marks you will not be getting if you are just writing medium. You will have to provide the comparison logical solution you will have to provide. Then this is question number 5. The table shows the maximum per kilowatt and the time taken in seconds to accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometer per hour for each of 10 cars. Now find the range. Range will be maximum minus minimum, and maximum value for the time, basically range for the time. So 14.9 is the maximum and 7.1 is the minimum. So 14.9 minus 7.1, this will give us 14.9 minus 7.1 is equal to 7.8. So 7.8 seconds will be our answer. Then find the median. Median of maximum power. Maximum power row is this one. So for median, we need to arrange first. So 44 is the first, which we can write over here. Then after 44, 51 we can shift over here. Then after 51 is 52. 52 we can shift here. Then 55 over here. Then comes 77, this one. So 77, then 85. 85 will be over here. The next will be 90. 90 is this one. So 103 and 110, 110, and last will be 135. So middle two we will be taking, which is 77 and 85. So we can write here 77 plus 85 divided by 2. This will give us median. So median will be equal to, we can add these two, 77 over 2 and plus 85 over here, and this will give us 81. So answer will be 81 kilowatt. Hopefully you understood the median part also. Then they are saying complete the sector diagram. They have plotted points, and these two last points are not plotted, which we have to plot. So 90 and 11.0, 90 and 90 and 11.0. So 90 will be this one, and 11.0 will be, 11 will be this point. So we have marked the point, and the second point is 110 and 9.4. 110 is this one, and 9.9.4 will be this point. We are done with this. Then they are saying we have to, after completion, what type of correlation is shown in the scatter diagram. So correlation, we know right side is down and left side is up, so it is a negative correlation. So we can write here negative correlation. Then next comes describe the relationship between the maximum power of a car that the time taken to accelerate from 1 to 100 kilometers per hour. So we can see from here, if power is greater, time will be lesser. So we can mention over here, greater the power, we can write here, greater the power, greater the power, lesser the time to accelerate. So this is the relation. One more question, draw a line of best fit on the scatter diagram. So line of best fit on the scatter diagram, we can draw roughly, we can draw over here line of best fit, we can draw line of best fit like roughly over here. We can draw the line of best fit. Draw yes, this one we can draw the line of best fit. And then comes next part. After drawing line of best fit, another car has maximum power of 63 kilowatt, and use your line of best fit to estimate the time taken for this car to accelerate from 0 to 100. So 63 kilowatt, for 63 kilowatt, for 63 kilowatt we will be checking the reference. This is 70, so 62 63 will be around this one. So we can provide answer. Basically our line of best fit is a little above. If I amend the line of best fit, so the proper line of best fit will be like over here. So this one we can write the answer as 13.2 or something like that. So 13.2 I'm mentioning over here. So 13.2 or whatever, like 13 or 13.2, whatever answer you're getting. So Robert buys a car for this much and he pays a deposit of this one. So dollars 18160 was the amount, and after paying deposit, so 6460 is paid, so remaining amount will be how much? 18160 minus 6460, and this is equal to 11700. So 11700, this many dollars. Now they are saying he pays the rest of the money. So we can write here rest of amount. The rest of amount is this much, and this is paid in 24 equal monthly installments. Work out the amount of each monthly payment. So this is this amount 11700 is divided into 24 installments, and we can write here monthly payment will be how much? This will be 11700 and divided by 24, and this is equal to $487.5. 485 87.5 487.5. So $487.5, this will be 3 marks question, which is done. A fuel tank holds 52 liters when full. So 52 liters when full. The tank is is a quarter full. So how much is there? Quarter is full, so remaining is 3 by 4. Jim fills the tank with fuel that costs this much, 2.18 per liter. So 3 by 4 is unfilled, so this is unfilled tank, and price is 2.18. So this will be giving us the payment which Jim has given, and 3 over 4. So we can put in brackets 3 by 4 and multiply by 52, and this will be again multiplied by 2.18, and this is equal to 85.02. 85.02 will be our answer at proper place. These are very easy, understandable, very easy questions, 3 marks each. Now question number 6 is transformation. Triangle ABC are provided on the grid. Draw the image of triangle A after translation with the vector 3 and minus 7. A 3 and minus 7. So 3 units right, it will be 1 2 3 units right to this one, and 7 units down will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 up to this mark. So I will mark over here. So this is basically the translation, and 2 units, 1 mark will be here and 1 mark will be here, and we can draw the triangle, and that triangle is this one which we have drawn over here, and this will be basically the translated triangle. After this one, the triangle A after a reflection in the line x is equal to 3. So x is equal to 3 line is this one. If I draw, this is basically line of reflection. Now we can draw the triangle. We will put marks first, and this will be the reflection of this triangle A, and we can draw this triangle. This is reflection of A, and then comes next part. Describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A onto triangle B. A onto B. A onto B. Okay, good. So A onto B, how we'll be checking? What we can do, we can check like this one. This will be, this is a 90-degree, and center of rotation is this one, so we are rotating it anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise, rotation is anti-clockwise 90-degree about the origin. So our answer would be rotation anti-clockwise, change the color, so rotation anti-clockwise 90 degrees about the origin 0 0. That's all. Then describe fully single transformation that maps A onto C. A onto C. A onto C. For A onto C, I'll erase this arrow, and I will draw A onto C will be this one. So this line, and then we can draw this line as well, and then the third vertex also we can join for both the triangles and this one, and we can see A onto C. So if we check this length, this length is 2 units, whereas this length is how many units? 1 2 3 4 5 6 units. So it's scale factor 3. So we can write this is enlargement by scale factor 3, enlargement by scale factor 3, and what else, center of enlargement also we have to check, and center of enlargement is this one, which is 4 and 4, so we can write center of enlargement 4 and 4. So this is also done. Then B part, A, B, C column vectors are provided, and we have to add them. A plus B part 1 is A plus B. So A is, this is equal to 3 minus 2 plus 5 and 7, and this will be equal to 3 plus 5 will be 8, and minus 2 plus 5 will be 5. So this will be our answer, which we can fill over here. Then second part is B minus 2C. For B minus 2C, B is this one, and minus 2 into C is minus 1 and 4, and this will be 5, 7, and this will be minus 2 and minus 8, and this will be 5 minus 2 mean 5 plus 2, so 5 plus 2 and 7 plus 8, so this will be equal to this will be basically, this will be 7 and not minus 8, this should be 7, 8. So, and this will be minus 8 over here, and this one will be 7 and minus basically 1. So 7 and minus 1 will be the column which we can write over here. This one also, hopefully you understood this. Then this is also very interesting question. Point P has coordinates, this one, and PQ is provided, column vector, and find the coordinates of Q, and keep in mind PQ is equal to, we can write, this will be Q minus P. So column vector of Q, we can take it as AB, we can write Q is equal to AB, and AB minus this one P, which is basically 6 and minus 2, and we can write PQ is given minus 4 and 5 is equal to A minus 6 and B plus 2. So we can write A minus 6 is equal to minus 4. This implies A is equal to 6 minus 4, which is equal to 2, and B, second equation, we can write B plus 2 is equal to 5. So B is equal to 5 minus 2, which is equal to 3. So we got B is equal to 3 and A is equal to 2. So 2 and 3, these will be the values. This is 1 mark question. I have given this working for your explanation basically. So if you can directly solve, then well and good, otherwise for your understanding I have given this working. Now question number 7, W is equal to 3A plus 5C, and they have provided A and C values, and W we have to calculate, and W is equal to 3 into A value is 6 plus 5 into C value is 2. So after replacing values, it will be 18 plus 10, which is equal to 28. So answer will be 28. Hopefully you understood this. Then comes factorize completely. We'll have to take maximum common. We can take 4b common. Inside will be 3 plus 2b, and this will be the final answer which we can provide over here. 4b into 3 plus 2b, this will be final answer. Then after factorization, next part is make m as subject. This equation is provided, so we will shift p, so 4m is equal to y plus p, and then we will shift 4, so m is equal to y plus p over 4. This can be answer, or you can write in other format. M is equal to y over 4 plus p over 4. Both are correct, so I'm copying this one, y plus p over 4. Hopefully you got this. Now D part, find the value of x, and this equation is provided, so we can write this equation as 5 into 5. Bases are same, so powers can be added, so x plus 3 is equal to 5 raised to power 12, and bases are same, so we can leave and we can equalize the power. So x plus 3 is equal to 12, x is equal to 12 minus 3, which is equal to 9, so we can write answer as 9. Hopefully you understood this question also. Then E part, find the value of this one, 3 raised to power 0. You know, anything raised to the power 0 will be equal to 1, so this is 1 mark question. Then we have to rewrite this one. We can write this as 1 over 5 square, which is equal to 1 over 25, so this can be our answer, like this one. Then F part, in this part all measurements are in centimeters, and keep in mind not to scale. So they have provided this side which is also same, so this side is 3x minus 1, and this side is 2x plus 5, and they're saying the diagram shows a kite with sides this and this, and the perimeter is 33. Work out the length of a shorter side. Shorter sides or this one, so 3x minus 1 value we have to calculate. Perimeter is what? Perimeter of kite will be equal to, we can write perimeter is equal to 2 into one side plus 2 into the other side, 3x minus 1. So we have to replace the values, which is p is equal to 33, and we can open the brackets. This will be 4x plus 10 plus this will be 6x minus 2, and 4x plus 6x will be 10x, so this will be 10x plus 10 minus 2 will be 8 is equal to 33. This implies 10x is equal to 33 minus 8, which is equal to 25. So x is equal to 25 over 10, which is equal to 2.5. Now x is equal to 2.5, and we have to find the value of 3x minus 1. So 3x minus 1 will be equal to 3 into x value is 2.5 minus 1, which will be equal to, we can use calculator for this one, 3 into 2.5 minus 1, and this is equal to 6.5. so 6.5 will be our answer, which is in centimeters, so 6.5 centimeter will be our final answer for this part. Now question number 8, diagram is provided which is not to scale. What we have to do is P and Q are points on the circle center O. APB is the tangent to the circle P. Write down the mathematical name of PQ. And PQ, you know, PQ is this one, PQ, which is chord. Any line which is joining two points of circumference is chord. So we can write here chord, and keep in mind diameter is the largest chord of a circle. Explain why angle OPB is 90 degree. OPB, okay, OPB will be this angle, this one. Reason for this to be 90 degree is angle between tangent and radius, so we can write angle angle uh, between tangent and radius is 90 degrees. Find the value of x. This is the third part. Value of x is this angle we have to find. So what we can do first, we can find this angle, and which is 90 minus 53. 90 minus 53 degrees will be equal to 37. So this angle is 37. This angle will also be 37. So this angle will be 180 minus 37 plus 37. So we can write over here 180 minus 37 plus 37 degrees, and this will be equal to 180 minus 37 plus 37, and this is equal to 106 degrees. 106 degrees, our answer will be 106 degrees. 3 marks, very easy question, straightforward. Now B part is saying this diagram is provided, which is again not to scale, and the diagram shows two parallel lines and two straight lines. Find the value of A and give your reason for that one. Also, A is this angle which we have to find, and you know this angle is 48, so this will also be 48 degrees. So this angle will also be 48 degrees. So we can write 48 with the reason, and the reason we will be writing as corresponding angles. Then next is what? Next is find the value of B. Find the value of B, and B is over here. And now on a straight line, on this straight line, we have two angles. Third angle we can find, and that will be 180 minus the two angles. So we can do working over here 180 minus 65 plus the other angle is 48. So this value we will check. So this one is 180 minus 65 plus 48 is equal to 67. So this will be 67, and the reason angle on a straight line, angle of a straight line is 180 degrees. So this is 2 mark question which we have done. 1 mark is for the reason and 1 mark is for the value, accurate value. Find the value of C. So C value is this one. So now we have angle, this is 67 degrees, this one is 48. So we can first find this third angle, and 180 minus 67 plus 48 will be this angle which we are trying to find, and this will be equal to what? This will be 65. Okay, so this is 67 basically, which we have already calculated. So no, but this is 67 plus, yeah, this is also 67 degrees. Now after calculating this 67 plus 48, let me check again this calculation. This is 65, we have to check for 67, and this is 65, not 67, so this will be 65. Now this angle is 65, we got this angle 65, so C will be 180 minus 65 degrees. So we can check 180 minus 65. So we can write here 180 minus 65 degrees, and this will be equal to 180 minus 65 is equal to 115. So 115 degrees will be our proper answer at the proper place. Now C part diagram is provided, which is not to scale, and calculate x, and x is this side, and opposite we can apply over here trigonometry. This is opposite over adjacent. So opposite over adjacent is equal to tan of 34 degrees is equal to 11.8 over x, and this implies x is equal to 11.8 over tan of 34 degrees, and this will be equal to calculator we can use. And keep in mind, while calculating these degrees, your calculator should be in degree mode so that you will be getting correct answer. So 11.8 divided by tan of 34 degrees is equal to 17.49. So 17.49 centimeters. So we can write answer as 17.49 centimeters. Hopefully you understood this also. Now question number 9 is over here. Sequence of patterns is made using black counters and white counters. Pattern 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 are provided. Fourth one we have to draw. And to draw the pattern, what we'll be doing, we can draw black. 4 pattern. Now it will be having 3. So 4 will be, we can fill this the second part, P part first. This will be helping us to draw. So 4 to 6, then 6 to 8, and then 8 to, it will be difference of 10, and fifth will be 12. So, and this one is 1 square, 2 square, 3 square. This will be 4 square will be 16, and 5 square will be 25. So this is what we have to draw. 10 will be black. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So these are the black one which we had done. Now the white one also we can draw. White one will be 16. So white one I will draw like this. So these are white one. So these are the 16. 4 into 4 will be 16. Yes. So we are done with the pattern. Now we have done with the table also, which is 2 marks. So this is also done. Completion of table is done. Write an expression in terms of n for the number of black counters in pattern n. Black counters are these. We require an expression for this one, and expression will be what? Expression we can write for this one. Expression will be 2n. Basically difference is 2, so 2n, and if we replace n is equal to 1 we'll be getting 2, but we need 4, so we'll add 2, so 2n plus 2 will be the answer for this one. 2n plus 2, and the number of white counters in the pattern. Number of white counters in the pattern we can write for that one, and we have sequence 1, basically 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, as I explained you. So this will be n squared. So this will be quadratic sequence. And D part is saying Elena has 30 um, 30 black counters, 30 black counters and 140 white counters. This is interesting question. Only 2 marks, but this is interesting. Can she make 12 pattern number 12 using her counters? Explain your answer. So how we can check? So if we check for the black counters, which is 2n plus 2. So 2n plus 2 will be, we need 12 number counters, so 2 into 12 plus 2, this will be equal to 24 plus 2 will be 26 counters will be required, and she can make basically, so pattern number 12 will be, now what we can do, we can equalize this to 30 black counters, so we can write 2n plus 2 is equal to 30, and 2n is equal to 30 minus 2, which is equal to 28. So n is equal to 28 over 2, which is equal to 14. So she can make 12 pattern, but that will not be an issue. But for this one, the other one, if we check n square, we need 12 square white counters, which is equal to 144, but she's having only 140, so white counters are insufficient, so our answer will be no for this one. And the reason we write Elena has less number of white counters. She requires 144 to make 144 to make pattern number pattern number pattern 12. That's all. So we are done with the paper. Hopefully you understood each and everything, and I'm sure you would like to get more videos for past papers and other educational videos. So don't forget to subscribe the channel. Also recommend this channel to your friends and class fellows, and introduce this channel to your respected teachers. Always like the video if you think it is having some substance to be liked. So thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.